Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Paranormal Tuesday. And as you can tell, we're in the same studio.
Yeah!
Finally!
Only the best.
Hey, it is only the best for us. So, guys, I do hope you enjoyed tonight's show. We've gone back to a discussion again, obviously, to recap what happened last week, because obviously we had quite an interesting week. And we've got a very busy week this week as well, which we're going to obviously let you all know about. But as always, well, if you do have any questions or anything, let us know. And, of course, let us know that who is watching with us. Craig, good evening, buddy. Hope you're okay. Welcome to tonight's show.
Hey, Craig.
Hey, Craig.
Can anyone hear okay? Let us know. That obviously is another important thing. And Donna is on. Good evening, Donna.
Hey, Donna.
How you doing?
We've got quite a few people on, which is very, very good this evening, which is what we like. But before we do continue, guys, don't forget, we are sponsored, of course, by Paranormal Technology, Paratech. You know, it's buying equipment, you're buying experience. So make sure you check them out, guys. As I say every week, you've got the chance for 10% off. Just show Mark that you've liked our page. And, of course, you send him that link and then he will give you 10% off your first order.
Very good deals.
It is.
Definitely.
Very good deals.
And I don't know how many people saw the new piece of equipment he does have, the rocking horse, which I did share on the page, which is absolutely amazing. So one more today. I regret wearing this hoodie. So you come prepared. You got the t-shirt on.
I've got
So yeah. So tonight, obviously, as I've mentioned, obviously there's a bit of a discussion. Kathy's on with us. Good evening, Kathy. Hope you're okay.
Kathy.
Good. Everyone can hear. So we have had to use a different camera today, which is it's been a crazy week. But as I mentioned, we do have a busy week. But first of all, for those on, obviously a lot of you did join us for Thursday Night Live. Obviously last Thursday, which was absolutely immense.
Oh, mental. I'm really surprised.
Even tonight, just setting up, we started getting a few different things and a few.
Yeah, we've got a few taps.
Which is just by moving the cabinet again.
Yeah.
So we will be back this Thursday for part 2 because obviously we had a few technical issues, and I can't talk tonight, so it's going to be one of them nights. I can tell you. Good evening, Nicola. Oh, you're all right. She just sat there. So Thursday, obviously, Bob, I will start with you, buddy. What are your first sort of thoughts about what happened on Thursday night?
Well, it was amazing. Honestly, the response we got was absolutely crazy. I mean, I didn't think we was going to get as much as we did, but we did. And to me, that tells me that there is something going down here. Like I said, we moved that cabinet. We got a couple of knocks we were setting up today, and it was quite crazy, really. But as I said, oh yeah, amazing. I mean, like the voice recorder and all that, what we was getting was just solid, honest. We got a few, and I think we got some dog barking. We got voices and stuff like that. It was amazing. A few knocks and that at the beginning of the setup and stuff like that. But yeah, I was well pleased with it. How do you feel about that, then, Cole?
Yeah, definitely. We had a few technical issues at first before we started.
Yeah. Always an issue with a new shot, and it's just the same setup as usual. But it was the first time it's all been in the same.
No, exactly. Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just a few shout out. Paul Bulmer, a very good friend of mine. He's on with us this evening. Good evening, buddy.
Hey, guys.
Okay. Good news, Paul. I'm coming up to your neck of the woods next year. For my Elvising, so I will let you know as soon as it's confirmed. We have Lucky Jackson on. Good evening, Lucky. Hope you're okay, and Margaret as well. So guys, he don't always tell you who he's on, so make sure you let us know that you are watching this evening. Just get in the comments, and of course, thank you for all the love outs so far. We got so many love outs on Thursday.
Yeah,
it was ridiculous. Most of it we got. Sorry, buddy. I'll let you carry on.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it was a really interesting evening. It was the atmosphere in here was quite electric. I would have thought. Looking forward to part 2.
Part 2 is going to be. I think it's going to be a more like there's going to be more stuff going on. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, because of the way that is at the moment, you know what I mean. You've only got to touch it, innit? You know? I mean, the other day, believe it or not, right? Like I say, all I've done is I got up and doing what I was doing, watching a bit of telly. I looked over and the door was open.
Yeah.
Nobody opened that door.
What, on the cabinet?
Yeah, on the cabinet. That door.
You kept saying that as well.
Yeah.
And
I was sort of like, I was dumbfounded. I thought, how come that's all happened? Yeah. But it was absolutely crazy. I think it was like, how can I say? This was meant to happen. This is what we had to do.
Yeah.
We had to come in and we had to investigate this because it's been going on a long time. I've been hearing things and stuff like that. I've seen sort of like little shadows and stuff, which I can't point blank say they are shadows. Yeah. But like I say, I think, there's something here definitely needs investigating, and we're the boys to do it. We do a good job. If anything needs debunking, we'll debunk it. If it's wrong, it's wrong. If it's right, it's right. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. Well impressed with it. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, but I want to say another thing about Paul, who he's on. Obviously, I know him from the Elvis world, but he's very into all this, and we've had quite a few conversations. He's had some crazy things happen. He lives in York, and obviously we do want to come to York anyway to do some investigations.
Oh yeah.
I'd love to do, is it York Museum? You know when they got the
York
the
Museum,
street and the things
yeah.
downstairs. It's like awesome, that place.
Definitely.
But we'll definitely have to sort some out. Mark is on with us. Good evening, buddy. Hope you're okay.
Yeah,
I have got
Mark.
your text, Mark. I am waiting for a reply on email from the Ramin, so hopefully it shouldn't be too long. And then
Oh, that'd be
we
good.
can
That
get it
place
sorted.
is just a crazy place. Isn't it?
Absolutely. Good evening, Carrie, as well. So yeah,
Hey,
Thursday night. From my point of view, I thought I didn't know what to expect because, like I say, I've lived here as well.
Yes, you
most
have.
of you and Nick.
Yeah.
We didn't really get much activity on, not that I can remember anyway. So I was unsure, but obviously I've heard about over the years about obviously when you've been living here in Rose,
Exactly, yeah.
and obviously
Yeah.
they had the medium come around saying about Jesus and the disciples, and of course the cabinet which is here, which we are focusing on this Thursday, which I'll get into this Thursday's episode. Yeah, I didn't anticipate half the stuff would come out, and then when I started fidgeting, and obviously we're picking up on the energy, it was
Yeah,
was
that
cool
was
because
good.
I was just gutted because obviously everyone knows we're all honest on here and we're all, with ourselves.
Yeah, exactly.
I was too paranoid about it. So I'm picking up on stuff. Obviously, as we'll talk about last night in a couple of minutes as well, obviously both into awareness class. We're both, still in the early stages of mediumship and clairvoyance. But I just panic sometimes.
Yeah.
And I didn't. And I think I was just more paranoid about people coming and saying, "Oh, look, it's him. Look what he's doing. He's taking Mick." Obviously, that wasn't the case.
Exactly.
And I think I did block some stuff out, which I probably should have said, which obviously happened last night at the same time. But what an amazing experience!
Oh,
and I think this Thursday, like you said, part 2, we are focusing on the cabinet. We're going to have quite a bit of the equipment set up in the cabinet, and we'll have both camera angles, so that will obviously help a lot.
With any luck, we won't have technical issues like me.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
I've got to say that night it ended up quite smart anyway, quite good at the end of it, because like I say, what we got.
Yeah.
But what these guys were doing, I didn't know what they were going to do. You know what I mean? And it was quite crazy because I've never experienced that, and I did feel something. You know what I mean? I felt a bit giddy at the, like it went past me to him, and then he looked at me, and then I felt giddy again, and I don't know, it went back to him. I don't know what was going on, but it was quite crazy. Yeah, I've never experienced like that before. So yeah, no, I'm starting to believe in this sort of stuff. Yeah, but I'd never do it myself. But
Yeah, I think
it was mad.
Obviously, I was excited because I said to you afterwards that I was excited to do a bit of mediumship, and I was sort of picking up on the energies, and I just wish I didn't I get over panic, not over panic, but too self conscious of it all. Just go with it, go with the flow. I think that's what I was saying about. I think I was blocking some stuff.
Was you scared you're going to get taken?
No, it wasn't nothing to do with that. I think it was just, I don't know, just because obviously because things get uploaded onto YouTube after. You know what YouTube's like. You can be quite negative.
Yeah.
I didn't want people commenting saying, "Oh, look, everybody thinks it can."
Other people's comments.
Yeah, I think I don't know why, but obviously I take things to heart, don't I?
Like you say, we do everything truthfully anyhow. So yeah.
Can I ask you guys a question? Is it safe to do what you do?
Yeah, as long as you think something like
At the same
that.
time, you got to know when to shut down, like, you know what I mean? Or I don't know.
Obviously, obviously, doing this, we're not as pro as some of these mediums. Obviously, like Denise, she's been doing it a very, very long time.
Yeah.
But obviously, we've both been to the awareness class. We've both done bits of mediumship and things. And it's about your feeling. So, like, look at when we went to Ridgely.
Yeah.
And then things started feeling a bit negative, and then I got poked.
Yeah.
And I went, right, I've had enough. But to end that, as maybe if we're still in an early novice stage, it would have been, oh, well, let's keep calling out and see what happens. And that's when things can turn sour. It's about using, knowing your guides, and obviously it's not all about mediumship or short, but with what obviously we've done bits of. And just the other day, doing that bit of sort of seance-y kind of thing.
So I say, if you haven't checked the picture out also when we done it originally, the one I took, you have a look at that. We didn't know that was there. If that was there, I think we'd have been gone a lot earlier.
Probably.
It was amazing. Seriously. The footage is crazy.
So, guys, if anyone has any questions or anything they'd like to know as well, just make sure you put it in the comment section.
Just give us your questions.
Have you had anything else happen since Thursday?
the dog started barking. You know what I mean? Like, this is what I'm getting right. You know what I mean? We was in bed like Nick actually. We was in bed, and then the dog started barking at the door. And then when did I see that my dog, which I think was Mika, by the door?
And that's what we said. See, going back to Thursday when we got the dog bark through the spirit box, that was absolutely
awesome.
immense.
Yeah.
And I was still getting the nudging of the actual sort of the
That's a dog,
mattress
yeah.
and that, but I don't know if it was him or not.
Yeah.
But I don't really know.
No,
But I know for a fact that was in the corner. That was no way in. No way.
that's cool.
So I think he's been. I think Mika's coming out playing with him.
Could
I'm
be
sure,
possible.
and he don't want to play. But I also think, I did feel, I knew he was on the bed, yeah?
Yeah.
But I felt, you know, you feel something getting closer to him.
Oh,
It
really?
was like something going closer to him. It was like it was wriggling up to him, you know what I mean?
All right.
It was wow weird.
That's cool.
I thought, no, it can't be because he's in the bed. He's
Yeah.
on the bed. So what's that there? And it wasn't Nick, she was asleep. So I thought, possibly it could be Mika, actually, like I say, playing.
Well, like you said, when we did that spirit box session, for those who haven't seen the footage, obviously you can go back on Facebook. I am going to put like a montage up, you know, after this week, you know, with part 1 and part 2, and we'll do like the best bits out of the both sort of investigations, whatever you want to call it. But that was pretty impressive, the dog bark, and then the tappings behind here.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that. I didn't. But they said there was something going on, which it could have been one of the. You know, like I said, it could have been Mika down. You know,
There was a lot of random things happening.
There was a lot of random things going on.
And I think this week, you know, with hopefully no technical glitches.
How did you come up with a tweed man with a tweed doodah? I don't understand. Where would he come from?
This is what I saw.
Is it something you actually see in your head? Was he in the house?
No, see, so the way I saw it, obviously I know everyone works differently. I don't, obviously, Kathy's on, who is a medium, who is
Hey,
at
Kath.
Blackpool Church.
How are you doing?
Yeah, she just said that you should learn to close yourself down at all time. So the computer's a bit far away today. It's one of the first things you should learn to do. Or the afterlife won't leave you alone. I've had an experience like that. I think we all have. Where you don't shut down and you go to bed and, and you wake up like you've
What
just
can it
had
cause
insane.
problems like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they always imagine it. Imagine when it's pitch black and you turn a light on, you get all the flies. Remember when we went to that cemetery and we get attacked by midges?
Yeah.
Oh, flying.
Because of the torches and stuff.
Exactly.
It's the same thing like that. You leave yourself open, they see it as a light and they're going, hey, come on, let's have a chat. And obviously,
Like
I think it was something to say like all them midgets that we had. I've been saying, don't go there.
Don't
Get away
midges.
from that cemetery. You know what I mean? Ain't happening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, chasing down a path with a load of midgets out. You can imagine, couldn't you? Crazy.
But yeah, the way I saw it, it's as if you like the way I've seen it, and obviously when Kathy knows, obviously we know from Blackpool Spiritualist Church and from the awareness class and stuff. Of when, if I've ever done a reading or you know, just linking in, you know, just things like that. I've always seen it like a video clip.
Right.
So I see that it's as if like even though my eyes are shut, in your mind's eye, you see that gentleman stood there, or you'll see specific things.
Wow.
That's the easiest way to explain it.
Right.
But the weirdest thing is, so we'll talk about this. So me and Carl went to Clitheroe Spiritualist Church last night to the awareness class.
Yeah.
And Clitheroe Spiritualist Church is one of the churches my granddad used to serve.
Oh, right, yeah.
So I've always been down to go back, and it was cool to go back. And last night they were doing mediumship, so you had to stand up in front of everyone. I was absolutely petrified.
You would.
I honestly, no.
No.
Well, this is the thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
We was having this conversation. So, for me, I've never really had a split link. So like, a lot of people watching this evening will understand. Like when you go to the spiritualist church, medium's on, and then you get a message. But sometimes you might get a message, and you may not understand some of this message comes through, but the person next to you behind you might understand it. So you're getting double messages here because you're getting two people talking at the same time.
So you're getting some sort of link in there somewhere.
So I had 3 people last night. This is genuinely what happened. So someone could take something, and then the woman who was sat 4 chairs across could take something, but then she took something as another gentleman. So I ended up having 3 people, and it got really, and I was getting flustered.
Oh, right.
Because then I was like, I need to spot. I don't.
So
really...
was you trying to find something specific for a certain person?
Yeah. So
you had 3 people, but you wanted something specific for that one.
Well, it's just they come in, but I didn't know how to sort of cut the links at that.
Yeah.
Cause, it was. I've never been in that position, so it was. I did struggle, but like you said, the evidence was there.
The evidence was there.
The specifics for the, but because I didn't know how to split the links, it was just, and then I was overthinking things. Then I was getting flustered. I ended up sitting down. I was at, how bad were I driving on my body? I was absolutely devastated.
I've always said you got something anyway. I know you got some sort of thing. I think you have as well, because I can feel it from you.
But Carl was due to get up, but
you know what I mean? You didn't get up.
No, he never got to run out of time.
Oh,
but one of the other things we did was the ribbons where you had to, you blindfold, you pick the ribbons out of the.
I think you have to guess the colour.
Yeah. How did you find that? While we're talking about that?
I don't know. I found it a bit strange, really. I'm more of a not a colour type person, but I picked up a few colours at the same time, and one was the actual colour I picked out, but I didn't give that. I give it a different colour.
Yeah.
But the colour I picked out was a black one, and I was wearing black on the night, obviously. Yeah. So I picked that out, and someone said to me in my mind that it's a black one, but I shouldn't doubt myself, which I did at that time, and then I went somewhere else a bit different.
And I got the hardest one out of them all. I got a bloody rainbow.
What does that mean?
Every colour.
Every colour. So I got purple, then I got orange, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Then I picked out and it turned out rainbow, and I'm like, typical.
Crazy, isn't it?
But it's a good little intuitiveness in it to work for your sack, like with your psychic sense, I guess.
See, it helps when you're doing like paranormal stuff then. You know what I mean? Because you can locate it sort of like, like I say, Denise locates with certain things and it comes in and then it's there. Or she gets names or whatever, she gets their child, whatever, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's all there, which is really good.
Yeah, but even you picked up on stuff though, in all fairness.
I do sometimes.
Especially when I went to go though, and they got, was it the name Charlotte, wasn't it?
That's right, yeah.
But I think when you're all in that mindset, and we're all, even the people obviously watching, who watch us, you all end up sort of in the same mindset, which is why I always say to everyone, just comment sometimes. It may sound, you could mean something to someone. Yeah. We've got a few comments here. I've got to somehow read these because the computer's so far away. I'm still thinking, can you read that, Carl?
No.
Yeah. I'm not too far away.
Or split link. Split link is where two people jump in and the others take the link as well. But you should ask your guide to give you something what only one person can take. Yeah. You'll find the person who the message is for energy. The energies will get stronger. Yeah, well, the guy said that last night in the meeting. He said, ask him to split it and then who do you feel like you want to go to? Yeah. I should have brought that computer a bit closer today. Jared, what happens? Jared, when that happens, we should try and focus on the stronger energy of the three. Ask the others to step back. You only wish to communicate with one of the spirit at a time. Yeah, I think that was the thing. But last night, I just felt the guy, because I was getting flustered, it didn't help. And he just sat down to split, and I'm like, yeah. And because I was getting a bit over flustered, everything. Yeah. But we vaguely got there in the end. The evidence, like you said, she could take what I give her, so I was happy with that. But I was just good because I know I could do better. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But again, it's all a learning curve. You never stop learning in this.
That's what I did. The other day, I mean, you was put on a spot really, and you had three people.
I was honestly, we weren't prepared, and I think because we did a meditation first time, didn't we? That was cool. Got my granddad through, and he kept showing me memories of all the church every time I went to church with him for the services. Yeah. I think I just get over nervous. I think that's the problem. Yeah. Because it's a lot to
take, really. But
especially when you're talking to someone and giving them these evidence that the loved ones are, they're there and there is life after death, and there is obviously a big, what's the word I'm looking for? I was going to say there's a lot of responsibility, and I think that's why there's a lot of peer pressure sometimes.
Oh, exactly.
With mediumship. But we are good. I'm glad everyone can hear us. Everything. So, don't forget, guys, we are of course sponsored by Paranormal Technology, Paratech. Mark and Carrie is on with us this evening, so like I say, go over to the page, check them out, and you get 10% off your first order. So
get very good deals.
Definitely, can't be wrong.
The equipment's absolutely amazing. Mm-hmm.
We're back. So yeah, and also, I'm not sure how many people saw this week. We have a very, very brand new show airing tomorrow night at 7:30. Are you too excited?
The nerves are going.
I've got it easy. It is of course, A to Z. Carl and Bob's A to Z, Myths and Legends. So this is, of course, a brand new show. They will think we're alright. Yeah.
It is a brand new show. This is Colin Shaw's.
Colin and Bob's first show on their own. So they are obviously looking forward to it. Every week is a brand new subject, of course. Tomorrow is all about
aliens.
yes. So guys, make sure you tune in tomorrow at 7:30 for Colin and Bob. I get a night off, so I'm happy with that.
He's behind the scenes.
It makes it a lot easier for me. But yeah, so tomorrow night, Colin and Bob will be live at 7:30 talking, of course, all about aliens. And every week we'll run through the alphabet with, of course, different myths and legends. Even some I've never heard of when we were putting the show together. There's some literally things.
Which is plenty of mystery we've got to look up.
Yeah.
Look, sorry, a lot of things that are on there I've never heard of actually. It's unbelievable that they're actually out there. They're there.
I think that's what I'm looking forward to out of it. Is you lot doing like the where it originated from, or if there's a real story, for example, like Dracula, obviously there was Vlad the Impaler and things obviously come from
Oh,
that.
definitely, yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm glad everyone can hear. I'm glad we're back. So guys, don't forget that is tomorrow night at 7:30. Colin Bob's Ep7 Myths and Legends. So make sure you tune in. Of course, get your comments in. You ever had any experience with aliens? Let them know.
No. I've seen a lot of things in the skylight which I found difficult to identify. But apart from that, no. I'm not seeing an alien walking across the street. Or anything like that.
It's exciting though. I'm looking forward to this show tomorrow night.
Yeah. There's quite a bit to it. Yeah, quite a bit to it.
So yeah, back to obviously where we were. There's obviously a lot to look forward to. I'm really, really excited. Of course, as well, don't forget, guys, this Thursday we will be back for part 2 of our Thursday Night Live, and then we'll be. Then it's back to 2 weekly. Then won't it?
Yes.
Every 2 weeks. So we will be focusing, of course, on the cabinet and see if we can pick up anything where we left
I
off.
do not think we'll be disappointed with Thursday. I think they're ready and waiting for us. I'm sure they are. We get an activity now, so we'll wait to see what happens.
Definitely. But yes, we are back. So thank you very much, guys, for coming back. Absolute nightmare.
Oh, we apologise.
Like you say, I normally use the webcam, but tonight I'm having to use the phone. So as soon as someone rang, but I'm going to sort it out now. So anyone have any questions or anything they'd like to ask? Of course, as well, before I do forget, guys, this one. This Friday.
Oh.
So I mean, it's a full paranormal living week. We will be live from our abandoned castle location from 9 PM. So make sure you tune in. It will be me, Carl, and Bob this weekend. I'm really looking forward to this one. Obviously, I'm planning to go away.
Well, I've got a bit of mystery, so what I'm going to do is read up a little bit more about it, and I shall present it to you, obviously, on the night or on the following, when we're doing next podcast or whatever. Just sort of what we're going to do. But I do quite a bit of mystery about it. So.
Definitely going to be interested to see what we found out of that place. So that was one of the reasons we thought about this week. Obviously, I did mention last week about would people like to see more lives from us, because obviously at the minute we mainly like 1 to 2 a week, innit?
Yeah.
So obviously we used starting your new show, and then we've got the lives and other bits and bobs. So yeah, we've got plenty to look forward
I like
to.
it because us guys are together, you know what I mean? We're usually sort of like apart from each other.
Live
right
on a
now.
screen from home.
We're all
We
together.
actually can sit together now, yeah. Bob, did anything happen in the house? There you go.
Well, yeah, like I say, we've had knocking, we've had I mean, we were just setting up earlier on, and obviously the door started knocking, and which was a bit weird because that never happened. But it was because I think I'm going back. I think it's because we moved the cabinet. When we moved the cabinet, I'm thinking we disturbed something. But like I say, I'll explain that cabinet a little bit to you because at the back of that cabinet, I always say and always state there's a porthole there because it's a mirror. And believe me, when you look through that mirror, it looks like it goes on and on and on. And that's the truth of it. It looks like a portal. Right, Carl?
Definitely.
Doesn't it? You can look at it and it looks like it goes further. But seriously, that cabinet has got something there to answer.
Yeah.
Well, it's weird. Every time it's been moved, something happens.
Yeah,
Even tonight, just moving it out of the way.
Knocking
Get
on the door.
knocking and tapping.
Yeah.
And he's like you say, it'd be interesting to see obviously what happens on Thursday. Obviously, we'll be using different equipment this week, of course.
We'll say that door opened as well later in the week, you know what I mean? At the weekend. There you go. It opens and I wonder why it was opening. Nobody touched it. So, how can it open when I put the latch on it? Explain that one.
Yeah, it was very bizarre.
Weird.
Definitely.
Very weird.
More lives, Dan say more lives would be good.
But that's what we're here for.
Well, this is obviously one of the things we wanted to talk about as well. Is do you guys want to see more lives? Because I could do this every day of the week. I know both of you think.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Obviously, as well as my gigs, but obviously there's still a chance for you two to go out on your own and do some things on your own, which obviously like Wednesday night.
I suggested to Carl about actually going down to the cemetery called Lady Cemetery and doing a little vigil there, you know. Obviously, Jared won't be there, will he? Will he be there? He might be there, he might not. But anyway, if he wants us to do it on our own, we'll go do it on our own and see what we can come back with. You know what I mean? I'm prepared to do that.
Yeah.
Obviously, we'll meet up and then we'll go down there, take cameras and stuff like that, a couple of lights, and away we go, see what we get some footage. And usually, sometimes majority of the time when I go out and I'm doing camera shoots, believe it or not, I come back with something. If you look at the pictures, you'll be amazed what I have got. Quite loads of stuff I've got. And they're quite amazing. So, you never know, I might catch something. It happens.
Yeah.
You know.
We do have a question from Paul this evening. Do you think Spirit Box works? Carl, I'll start with you on this one, Paul.
Yeah, definitely do. We've asked specific questions before to it, and we've had specific answers to the questions that we've asked.
We've had some crazy experiences.
Not just random answers, it's specific to that question.
Yeah.
That a radio wouldn't know, basically.
Yeah, well, I remember that the one at New Church when it called us a bastard. Excuse my French. Obviously, we don't know the swear, but that literally come through, and I'm like, there was no radio station, no, they wasn't. I was going to say anything like that. But yeah, and there was that no pictures, weren't there, at New Church?
Yes.
We got a few
that was a crazy one, wasn't it? No pictures. That was it. That was crazy. Walking out the park, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I was taking filming, and then no pictures.
And then, of course, on Thursday night we got the dog bark, didn't we?
Oh yeah. I'm sure we got a voice in there somewhere. I'm positive. I'm sure. Well.
Yeah.
When I listen back, we got number 3.
What's that?
Yeah, I'm sure I heard a number 3.
Right.
Because I said a number, and I'm sure it come back 3. Like that.
Could be choose with spirits because we had the dog,
we
had the child, and we had the gentleman.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
I totally believe it. I do. I believe it. Because it's white noise, isn't it?
Yes.
Am I correct?
Yeah.
It's white noise, and what it does is it creates energy that brings it through. So anything can be attached to that.
Yeah.
This is what I've always said. Energy can be attached to that white noise, and anything can come out. You know, when you got a radio and you change to different stations, and you get, you can pick some up there. Yeah. That's possible. Baby monitors, you can pick things up there. It's all white noise, isn't it?
We have had some really, really good things through the Spirit Box. So I'd say definitely from our experience, obviously everyone's experience is different, but from our personal experiences, I definitely believe.
I think a great invention.
Absolutely.
I think it because
if you want one, make sure you go to Paranormal Technology, Mark. We'll sort you out.
Oh, definitely. It's like a message translator thing. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah.
We've got loads of stuff though. When we've been out there, and we've had that one. We've got like
even the one at Ridgely. When we got was it a woman's voice or something come through, weren't they? And then the music box went off like instantaneously.
Yeah. Then when we went to see what was it, the Titanic gentleman?
Oh yeah, well it's.
And what did we get? We were walking past, and what does it say? Where you don't go yet, or something like that.
Gone past or something.
Yeah, you've gone past. And then we went back and we got loads, didn't we?
Yeah,
absolutely.
That was an amazing.
And I think gentleman's got. I can't remember what his name is. You're one of your mates.
Carl.
Yeah.
Not Carl. Yeah.
He's got
Craig.
It. Yeah, Craig's got it. I don't know if he still kept it or not, but it'd be good if he has. Because I'd like to hear what that really come out with. That was great.
Yeah, Carrie. The cabinet will be the main part of the show on Thursday.
Definitely.
Now we'll be ready on time, and hopefully everything goes to plan. But knowing our luck,
I think we're going into the twilight zone as Thursday comes, because I think we're going to get quite. I really believe that.
Scrying. Have you ever done scrying?
No, what was it?
We've literally talked about this yesterday.
Oh yeah.
What was it?
I'll let you. Do you want to explain?
Do you want to explain?
You're the man of the.
Well, scrying is basically looking in a mirror, and you can have talks in there, things like that. Water, all different, varies in different types.
Oh, see what you mean? Yeah, like when you ripples of water.
Yeah, you can read things in
it through
and you click in the mirror and you can see different images in there.
You can look in the mirror, have a light underneath.
And candles.
Does
that come into effect? Like you do everything with candles, stuff like that.
It's possible, I would have thought, but yeah.
Right, I understand what you're saying. Yeah. Well, that'll be interesting, you know. Like I said, the mirror one, it'd be like.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about yesterday because I played you before my granddad passed away. He didn't give me a reading because everyone knows my granddad was a medium, and he used to have sand, so you just mess the sand up and then he'd read the sand.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
But the stuff what were coming out is like ridiculous, isn't it? It's literally looks like I've never really done it. So you've done it before.
I've done scrying in the mirror before, yeah.
That's Carl's next.
Does it actually come in like
Next job.
tea leaves? And...
Yeah, tea leaves
Tea
is the same
leaves
kind of
is-
thing, isn't it?
My nan used to do that. She used to
Yeah.
always read tea leaves. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
She'd
good.
go like that and then look at it, and then there'd be those little tea leaves in corners
Yeah.
representing letters or
Yeah.
I don't know, a face or something. Quite
Oh,
good.
thank you, Carrie. But yeah, we'll try that on one of the next Paranormal Thursdays. We won't do it this week. We'll do it on the next one.
Yeah.
You do that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
We'll,
I'll give it a bash. Definitely.
That's crack. Oh, I'm glad everyone's enjoying the lives. Like you say, I apologise about this evening, but we are back. These are all the frozen ones.
We will correct it with technology.
Well, Mark just said then he got several names through the spirit box.
Excellent.
Do you remember the one where it sounded like a wedding day and it was like a man and a woman wearing it through the spirit box?
Yes.
That was New Church.
Yeah.
That's right, it
Do
was,
you remember?
It was,
That
yes.
was
The
cool.
music, didn't we? in the
Yeah.
background?
I'm quite amazed. I mean, that new church, that was quite good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, we got quite a bit there. But like I say, I think everywhere we go, though, we get something.
Yeah.
Like when we was at Ridgely, and I said, I watched it back, I watched the footage, and I heard voices.
Yeah.
I heard a woman's voice.
Yeah.
I had a woman's voice as went past the scaffolding inside the building. And then I heard it again when we was in the canteen area.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So yeah, we'll do scrying. We'll definitely do that on one of the.
Do that
Yeah,
on
I'll go with
Thursday.
that.
Because obviously, one of the main things with, as you all know, about Paranormal Thursday is obviously a night of
Experiment.
experimental communication. Obviously, we did like a seance style, which I think we might stick with that for this
Yeah.
for part two because it's season 12. But every episode's going to be different, obviously covering different things, which is obviously.
If you've got any ideas of what we can do along them lines of experiments, just
Anything
let
you'd
us
like
know.
to see.
Something that we haven't mentioned, we'd love to hear it. And we'll probably put it to the test.
Most definitely.
Yeah,
It'd be
definitely.
much appreciated as well.
Totally agree there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, guys, how are we doing for time? Nick, what time are we on?
Nearly 8:15.
Okay. So we are coming to the end of this week's episode, so I do hope you've enjoyed it.
We've
Minus
enjoyed it.
the technical hitches, but it's just as soon as we get back into the flow of the conversation, someone rings or something happens. But, thank you very much, guys, for obviously all your comments, and Mark and Carrie, of course, and
Oh,
also
it's
Mark for
brilliant to see you. Well, hear from you and that, and it's great.
So. He sits. Let's see, he sits. I'm definitely bringing the computer forward next time, can't see.
What?
Sure.
I'll
go forward.
Cheers, pal.
Yeah.
He sits. I've never heard of that. I'll have to have a look at that.
You should try the. Is it Estes method or something? Estes? Yeah.
I'll have a look. Mark, I will Google that once we've finished. I'll have a look at this. So thank you very much, guys, obviously, for tuning in. All your comments, it's very much appreciated. And all the love arts last Thursday was unbelievable.
Awesome.
Honestly,
Yeah.
there's so many.
Keep bringing them. Keep bringing them. Love it.
So don't forget, tomorrow night, 7:30. You got any plans?
Myths and legends.
It's exactly. Carl and Bob.
Myths and legends.
Yeah. And it's about aliens, so join us for that. It's going to be awesome.
It is, and like you say, I get a night off, so it's just Carl and Bob for tomorrow night. Obviously, you got a brand new show. And then, of course, Thursday night, part 2, as we just mentioned there, we'll be focusing on the cabinet, so it'll be interesting to see what we get through there. And of course, this Friday, we'll be live from 9 p.m. Me, Carl, and Bob from our location of the abandoned castle. We've got so much planned over this next month. So make sure, hopefully we do see you, tune in. If not, obviously the lives will be staying up anyway. So, and let us know your thoughts. And like I said, I'm looking forward to tomorrow night. Looking forward to you
definitely.
two doing the show on your
Oh, yeah.
own.
Most definitely.
I look forward to it, honestly.
And if you know anybody that likes the paranormal, then bring them along.
Yeah, make sure you.
Oh, exactly. Any ideas, any comments, anything that you think of, we'll answer any questions that you wish us to answer. Any ideas you've got, chuck them our way.
Okay. Mark, I know what it is now. It's when you were blindfolded and you have the noise cancelling headphones on.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I've seen them do that on the
with
YouTube.
divination running. People ask questions and see if the person wearing headphones gets the answers. That's a really, really good idea. That's definitely so. I'd like to do that on an investigation. I know quite a few people who've done that on investigations. I think, because one of the investigations we are planned next month is one of the battlefields where the Civil War.
Well, I was going to say you do that. Would be
was.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I reckon you'll get a lot of action now. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You'll get guns. You're going to get cannons. You're going to get all sorts. I'm telling you. I watched it on YouTube.
Yeah, there was one I watched the program. I can't remember what it was called now. It was last year, and they went to the battlefield, one of the battlefields in Chester, where the Civil War, one of the battles was, and they got cannons. They got some quite cool stuff through there, doing their divination and the noise cancer. And they got.
Did you see the one where the bloke was on the road and he was driving down, and there was 2 cannons there, obviously going in. He's in America or somewhere.
Yeah.
And then you see these figures.
Yeah, that's
around.
Is it Gettysburg?
And there was also another one I see where this woman was taking just filming in a field, a cornfield or whatever, and then you could see these figures appearing behind the trees, and it was soldiers marching off to their destiny.
Oh,
absolutely amazing.
There's quite a few. That is something I would like to do because, well, you both know, I was supposed to be away next week, doing like a tour of battlegrounds, in like Belgium and France. My plan was to go live while I was out there and do some little investigation with me and my stepdad, but obviously, unfortunately, it's been postponed now. But yeah, I think that I'd love to, because I love history.
Yeah.
And I was just speaking to Richard Felix when I got to interview him. He mentioned him and Derek Okora filmed the whole series, but it's never been released. But the stuff they got, and obviously from these battlefields and just the energy and like this, they've obviously got quite a few. It's all right, that doesn't affect it. But yeah, we'll definitely try that. Absolutely, Paul.
That'd be crazy. Yeah, we should.
Yeah, Mark, send them over. Please do, mate, because I want to, and I can share. I'll share them on my page as well.
Definitely.
And like you said, I can't wait. Obviously, as you guys know, we are going to be teaming up with Mark and Carrie in the very near future, and we're going to go back to the ancient Ramin.
Whoa!
Because I think it was okay last time, but I don't think we really got the answers we wanted, and I think also.
And the fact we weren't there. We weren't there. That's what it is.
It didn't.
Me and Carly boy.
It didn't really go to plan last time, and we didn't have enough things set up around the house. And obviously, there was obviously only me and Jay. And I think if there's a few of us, we can do some more solo vigils and a few other bits, which I'm obviously really.
I would like to do
really
the barn area, because I think that's got quite
set up different equipment in different places.
I mean, they had the loft, right, but they stopped people going in the loft because it was safe.
Yeah, it's.
But that pressure.
You know what's crazy actually? So when you go in the bishop's room, so the bishop's room is reportedly the most haunted room. But if you go stand where the window is, you can literally peek up into the attic. The place is so creepy. I think I'll be better prepared next time. But like I said, I really, really want to go back. And I said to you both after we finished the investigation.
Well,
even to Jay, when me and Jay were driving back, we said we'll have to do it again. But I think it's one of them places where it's not all the time. I think you might get one night, which is absolutely... Because some people have been there and got a lot of activity. And then you can go another time and get absolutely nothing.
Exactly.
I think maybe a few more of us, and obviously we're joined by Mark. Yeah. It's definitely going to be...
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that'd be wicked. That is. Make sure we knock on the door though before we enter, because.
Well, it was open when I went.
Was it?
Yeah.
I was still knocked on the door.
I think I still did knock on the door.
Because I mean, he went in that bed, didn't he? Like I said, but he did have some experience there.
The way I was in the witch's room, it was freaking out. I think
it was mental.
Let's say 30 Years Drive is another one we want to get to at some point. Just for our own personal experiences, isn't it? Because everyone's different. Although somewhat, I did watch a video on 30 Years Drive's like group where obviously.
This is me. I was just going to mention. I must be thinking the same, because I'm thinking we should go there one day.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't you think?
Yeah, definitely. I'd love to do a live.
30 East Drive. Yes.
Mate, that's awesome. Mark's going to set up a full nerve centre so everything's recorded. We've got cameras for that. Absolutely brilliant.
Cheers, Mark.
I really can't wait.
Cheers,
appreciate.
So, guys, thank you very much again for tuning into tonight. I do hope you enjoyed tonight's show. Managed a few hiccups, but it's been really good. I enjoyed the discussion this week. As I mentioned, don't forget, we are sponsored by Paranormal Tuesday. Mark is on with us, of course. Make sure you check him out on Facebook, guys. And all our equipment is from Mark, and it's absolutely amazing.
Get in touch with him.
Seriously. And, of course, as mentioned, tomorrow night, 7:30, Carl and Bob, A to Z, Myths and Legends. All about aliens.
Could be brilliant.
And we'll be back on Thursday night, part 2, which is 8 PM. We will be live Thursday night for our part 2 of our investigation here at Bob's house. And then Friday night, We'll be live from 9 p.m. I'm going to have a paranormal hangover this weekend. I can see it happening.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, everybody. Take care. Look after yourselves. See you tomorrow night.
See you
Good
soon.
night. God bless.
God bless.
God bless.
Adios.